Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beneath the Hollow Moon, where folklore burns slow and the strange never fades. I'm your host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, and you are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. And I'm here with my fabulous co-host, Lorilei Potvin. And tonight, folks, we are following the trail of Mothman and the Jersey Devil.
Yes, we are.
Sorry? You know what's interesting about this is my youngest son, Gav, he asked me, "What's the show about tonight, Mom?" About 15 minutes or so ago. And I said, "Dude, we're talking about Mothman and the Jersey Devil." And he's like, "Oh, I can't wait to tell my friend." He said, "Mothman has been my friend's profile picture on all of his social media accounts for as long as I've known him." So it's a thing. People talk about it. The legends of both run so deep and so long. And my kid is 20, so his friends are in that age bracket.
Yeah, that's unusual for somebody his age to be drawn to a topic, because both of them go back a long way, but one a lot more recent than the other. So I have my wings on. You can't really see them. They're black. And I have my horns on for the devil. I think I have them on, right? Yeah, I do.
I just didn't get there today. So I love that you still showed up and have the wings and horns on. I love it.
I did it earlier in the week because I was looking, even when we were doing werewolves, I was looking for werewolf stuff. I found it this week, not last week. And I thought, I need some wings. And I have wings somewhere here. Beautiful wings, like monarchy type wings. And I wasn't digging through the Halloween stuff. I just didn't have it in me.
I know that I don't have black wings or horns or that type of horn stuff. I don't have any of that.
I have ears. I have ears too. They're gold.
Oh, I love that.
But I wore these.
So much fun. Mm-hmm. So much fun. I feel like I'm gonna have to try to, with the enthusiasm, to make up for the lack of costume tonight.
You look beautiful. How about that? How about that? What I do want to say to everybody out there is, if you it's a difficult time right now around the world for various reasons. A lot of people, we personally as well as publicly on the news everywhere, people having a hard time. So I'm going to say, on behalf of both of us, we send you much love, much healing. We feel you and we see you, and we're thinking.
Yeah, just holding everyone in our heart and meditations and prayers that
I didn't ask you ahead of time, but I was thinking about it, and I thought, yeah, we should, because it's 9/11 today. So, yes, I'm putting on lip gloss.
And there's just been so much trauma in the news for us locally. I'm sure for you locally as well too, and then major international things that are horrific that have been happening. So, it definitely has been a heavy. Not even just week, a heavy couple of weeks. The last 2 weeks have been a lot, and I feel if we can, I continue that conversation just really quickly, and before we jump into everything, that our we talk about soul purpose a lot, right? In the jobs that we have and in the roles that we do, and when we're connecting, our soul purpose, and I personally feel like our soul purpose is to share the gift of who we are unconditionally with the world around us, and unconditionally does mean we may not agree with people, and even if we don't agree, we can still hold that place of compassion for people.
What I was going to add is, if we can find it to remember the humanity in each other. When my son Justin was alive and he was younger, not quite verbal, he was having a hard time with this little boy that had a different colored skin, because he couldn't understand why. And I kept saying to myself, how can I teach him about this? And what I came across, wasn't looking for it, but it's beautiful. It's a bunch of skeletons sitting cross-legged across a black background. It's like a meme. And below it says Christian, Muslim, African American, Asian, whatever. And I was able to cover up the bottom, and I had him look at it. And I said, "Do you see any difference in all of this?" And he said, "No." And he could read, and he could say a few words. So I uncovered the words, and at the level he was at, explaining what they meant. And I said, the beauty in finding somebody that's different from one another. So it's kind of like Christmas morning. Like, imagine if all the presents were wrapped in this boring brown paper. It would still be kind of exciting, but when you see all these different packages and colors, and it gets even more exciting. He said yes, and the most exciting thing, I said, is to open it and find out what's inside. That's kind of like human beings. We're all wrapped up in different wrapping paper. We are identical on the inside when it comes to physical, but it's about discovering that other person and finding the gifts inside. So I'd like to do that tonight.
That's lovely.
We can remember we're all human beings, and we can all find common ground, and to find that love. And if we can't, even to think of people that we do love, that the person maybe we're having a hard time with, remember they are somebody's loved one, whether it's a mother, father, child, right?
Yeah. Well, and bigger than that, that if we are in that mindset of the collective consciousness of one, do we want those people not at rest on the other side, where we're still having to deal with that energy from the other side of them not being at rest, and how that affects the collective? It's a collective, folks. We do have our individual stuff to be responsible for, and it spills out to everyone. I'm really sorry. We'll get off that pen.
We will, but we want, what I think it was important, and I'm telling from the comments that people are resonating too. So I'm glad you allowed us these few minutes to share that with you.
Lorraine, I see that comment, and you did. I think many of us have been told that we come in hot, or our energy is huge, or boy, this is a lot. And knowing that, there's something in that other person, but not to shrink ourselves. We can still try to meet people where they're at. Do you want to highlight and all?
I was trying to get there, and somehow this QR code came up. I'm going, where the heck did that come from? So we got first one.
Vet Girl 84. Hello, thank you for being here. Cat made me typo. That's so funny. Contessa Martins. Hello. Thank you for being here. Kurt W75. Great to see you both. Hope you're doing well. Julie Dow, thank you for being here. She says, good evening, ladies. Good evening, lovely lady, to you too. Lorraine Elder Ross. Bob Burnell, good evening. Curry's 100, thank you so much for being here. Lorraine Elder Ross is sharing, I'm so interested in this topic, which I know nothing about. So Mothman, Jersey Devil, both, which one are you interested in? Because the Jersey Devil I didn't really know much about, but it just felt like it would be good to kind of have that, if we had two cryptids that were a little bit on the dark side, and they get intertwined. I find like the stories get intertwined between the two. And I think about my sister all the time. Which cryptid would you want in your backyard? So we're gonna decide. Oh, sugar! You know what? While you're loading that up, I need to take a check on our poll on Facebook.
I can read and highlight. You grab the poll, and then if you want. So Michelle Wilfong says, "Good afternoon from the Pacific Northwest, Oregon. Welcome.
Hello, Michelle.
You're on TikTok tonight, Michelle. Do not feel like you have to go over there, but I'm going to give her a shout out. She is my mod over there. She is incredible at it. She has a haunted apartment she lives in. Her TikTok channel is by the same name. She's got some crazy stuff on camera. And I had to reapply because the software I use this week, and I thought, oh gosh, don't tell me they're going to deny me. And they didn't. They approved it. So cross our fingers, everybody. Put good juju out there, please, that they won't penalize me for using the software I do, so that people on TikTok can actually watch the show. Because in the beginning I was having a device and my computer, but all they could do is see me and hear, and it's not quite the same, right? We got Julie Jean Bassett saying hi, Lorilei and Kerrilynn and everyone.
Hello.
I'm going to give a huge shout out quickly to Julie Jean Bassett. Both of us have used her to help with our own fur babies. She can help you if you're having issues and you're wondering what is going on with this little one. I can't get through to them, even behaviors, healing, anything. So you can get a hold of her at juliejeanbassett.com for the animal stuff. She does have an animal communication course. I want to say September 23rd and 24th of this month. Please feel free to put it in the chat, Julie. It's a beginner animal communication course. I have taken it. It's fantastic. And she's also a shamanic practitioner. I've also had a session with her that was very life-changing. You can find her for the shamanic things under whitetailshamanichealing.com. So everybody's saying hi. That's what we love about all of you. Cindy Waghorn. Good evening, ladies. Welcome.
Hello, Cindy.
Did you get the poll?
I've got the poll up, so I'm ready when we.
Okay, well, you go back to reading then if you want.
Okay. Astrolite.
I want to be the boss of everything.
Hello, Victoria. Thank you so much. She's just saying hi.
And look who else is here.
Hello, Carrie. Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm getting to Carrie's name. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Victoria has been on Spirit Switchboard as well to you folks, so you may recognize her from...
I'm going to have to hit her up to have her on the Angel Rock. I'm booking into, I believe, February, but I want to have some new people on. I know I saw the show when you were on Spirit Switchboard. It was great, Victoria.
Yeah. Venus Ellis. Hello, Venus. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm going through. Let's see. I don't want to miss. Oh, we got Tara. I see here. Well, of course, I have to have it in the perfect spot or it will not let me highlight it. It's so weird.
Oh, Tara. Hi.
Tara
smile. Sue Ross. Happy Thursday to you too.
Oh, we got our friend Mort. It's not going to let me they did let me highlight them, thankfully.
Mort Ali, thank you so much for being here.
So you asked Lorraine what one she was interested in. This is her response.
So Lorraine says both, and then I'll decide.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you're going to go over, Michelle. Thank you. I will remember to head over there because I know you comment over there and you get people engaged over there, and I appreciate it so much. Julie, I was off with the date. So Julie's beginner animal communication course, September 20th and 21st. I know she's working on animal chakra course, healing type course coming up in the near future too. So keep your eyes peeled for that, everyone. She blows my mind with the healing of we know a lot about human healing, but my gosh, the things she knows about animals with healing, it just blows my mind.
Fiona Clark, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. She's just saying good evening, ladies.
I think we got to, let me pop over to TikTok. Hi, Michelle. I see you over there. Thank you. I see Life Canada popping in. You guys stay tuned. Thank you, Michelle, for putting up Mothman and Jersey Devil. We're talking about tonight. We want to hear your questions. So here we are. Where do you want to start? As usual, we have way too many things.
Let's start with the polls, right?
Well, before you start, I was going to say, you know what? One night, you guys, you may even just get a potpourri. We're going to just throw bits and pieces in. Yeah.
I like the potpourri nights.
Yes. Go ahead. You had a good poll. Good polls.
So I asked in the Kerrilynn Off the Porch channel, do you believe in the Jersey Devil? And so the majority, so the options, yes, no, or maybe, and the option was maybe. Like by far the options, most people said maybe, that they believe in the Jersey Devil.
What did you answer?
What's my answer? I feel there's something to it. So I guess my answer would be yes. Do I believe the origin story? No.
You're reading.
But I love it as a good campfire. Sorry?
I'm sorry. I got a bit of a delay, guys, so please apologize. I don't mean to speak over Kerrilynn. I said you're reading my mind. That would be my answer exactly.
Yeah. I feel it's a good campfire story, though. Like all the different like the
things we're going to
origin
talk
story. Yeah, like having that and telling it at nighttime in the woods at the campfire, for sure. It's super creepy, the origin story. And I mean, did I don't know. It's so fantastical, the origin story, that I think it created its own legend and folklore to it, that I find that, and we're going to get to it, folks. So I would go with yes, but maybe we created it from telling the story so much. Or it's a cryptid that that's not been identified.
Hi,
I love a good campfire story too. Hello, girls. Vanessa Burwell, thank you so much for being here. So now, with Mothman, the next poll that we did, or that I put up, because Mothman's quite a story. It is its own, like, I don't like using that word, but it's a cult. But like, everybody's into it. They've got festivals. People head to Mount Pleasant. It is a thing, just like my son's friend, right? So I asked in the group, or on the channel, do you believe Mothman is a supernatural omen, misidentified creature, a guardian angel, a hoax, or hostile entity? So by far, the choice was supernatural omen.
What was the answer to the first one? Did I cut you off before I gave it about Mothman? What was the majority of the answer? Maybe with the first poll?
With the Jersey Devil?
Yeah, the first poll you asked was it was the Jersey Devil. Yeah, and I think I asked you and I got you off track there. I'm sorry. And maybe you said it, but what was the majority of the answer for the first one?
Maybe.
Okay.
They believe maybe it is real.
Okay. And so now we're on to Mothman. So people, what was the majority answer?
Supernatural omen. That Mothman is a supernatural omen.
And what would you answer?
I would agree with that.
I did too.
I would agree that it's a supernatural omen. And you and I both have talked about Sean Clan before, and Sean Clan's YouTube channel, and the work that Sean Clan does. And the one video in particular, we bring it up quite often, is the one where they're when they are sharing about knowing what feels negative and what feels positive, and retraining ourselves to lean into what we are feeling, because sometimes what we are seeing may look scary, but isn't scary. It's actually working for good for us. And that potentially is.
Yeah. I just shared, Sean Clan's video about that recently. I can't remember with who, but I did. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great video, because he shares different photos and he asks you to lean in quick, and does it feel negative or positive, or is it good or evil? And then he gives you the responses and who he is working with. And it was pretty fascinating. And I was like hooting and hollering, like, yes, 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 because that's how I've always seen it too. What may look scary isn't always the bad.
And they were all scary looking pictures, by the way.
Yeah. They were intense.
Hi, Heidi Gold.
Hi, Heidi Gold. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. So we got a comment by Kurt. I put it up. Sorry. It was a good comment.
Mothman, yeah, it's big here in Pennsylvania, but heard a lot of cases coming out of Chicago also.
I have too.
International.
Yeah.
International.
Yes, I agree. So where do you want to start?
Do you want to start with let's start with Mothman. Do you want to give the history or the origin story, the legend, where it begins with Mothman?
I gotta grab some glasses. There was something else I was going to say, and it just... did you get a chance to watch that video I sent you?
I do. I have some feelings about that.
Do you? Do you think it's fake?
I wondered if it's like different videos on top of each other, because at one point the arm disappears. So like a green screen,
It was weird. I didn't... we can show it to you guys tonight if we have time. And I sent it with the proviso of, don't think this is Mothman or the Jersey Devil. It's just weird. I don't think it's real, but it's just creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy watching those ones that even aren't potentially
So do
real.
I.
I think
Right.
it sometimes makes me laugh, but it
Mhm.
initiates a conversation, and I take it for what it is. Some
Yeah.
of those ones aren't necessarily trying to say that it's real. They're doing it for the laughs, the likes, the the following of people. But I did head over because on it shows their YouTube channel, and their YouTube channel is very focused on those kind of high strangeness things, and it's clips from other people. So then it makes you, I don't know, makes me
I've
feel
seen
kind of
that
gaslighting
video.
myself in it. So maybe there's something. And I think that I have seen it before.
Yeah, that video kept coming up in my research.
Yeah.
I have a compilation and stuff like that. So that's why I thought I'll send it to you before it was History of Mothman you want me to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it ready. So Heidi just added, I have been intrigued with Mothman since before Mothman prophecies came out. That's a book.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I got interested with Mothman because I saw it on Paranormal State.
I think that's where I heard about it from too.
Had never heard of it before, watched Paranormal State when it came out, and they did have this legit weird thing happen. So if the clip is out there, regardless of how you feel about any of the people that were involved at the time, or now, it's still a pretty good clip, and some weirdness happened when they were at the water.
The hellhounds.
So he's knocking on the door. I can mute myself if they
Oh,
bother.
do you need to go grab it? If you need to grab it, you can. No. Okay. Yeah, so it was hard to find clips about it, but I think that's when I heard about it. Okay, so this is what I got for History of Mothman. It's a little bit long, but the Mothman legend emerged in the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia during a turbulent period in the mid 1690s. And I kept getting them mixed up as we were talking because we're doing two and they're both cryptids and they both have wings, but I'll continue with Mothman. The first widely reported sighting occurred on November 15th. Did I say 1600s? Sorry, I'm going to back that up. I realized I did. The Mothman legend emerged in the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia during a turbulent period in the mid 1960s, is what I should have said. The first widely reported sighting occurred on November 15th, 1966, when two young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, claimed to have encountered a large winged humanoid creature near the abandoned TNT area, which is it's in quotations. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. Which was a former World War II munitions plant on the outskirts of town. They described it as a 7-foot tall, grayish figure with massive wings, no neck or head, just a body leading up to red, glowing eyes about 10 inches apart, and the ability to fly at speeds of over 100 miles per hour while keeping pace with their car. The local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register, dubbed it, in quotations again, a man-sized bird in its November 16th coverage, sparking immediate media frenzy. If you do want to stop me at any point, please let me know because I got 2 paragraphs to read. So, because it says that over the next 13 months, dozens of sightings poured in from credible witnesses, including families, police officers, and pilots. Descriptions were consistent: a muscular, avian-like entity that glided silently without flapping its wings, often appearing at night and emitting a high-pitched screech. The creature was frequently linked to other paranormal phenomena, such as UFO sightings, strange lights in the sky, and even poltergeist activity in local homes. Investigator John Keel, who arrived in Point Pleasant in 1966 to probe the reports, documented over 100 encounters in his 1975 book, The Mothman Prophecies, portraying the Mothman not just as a cryptid, but as a harbinger of doom, because that's what the Mothman tends to be associated with, for sure, intertwined with interdimensional forces or government experiments at the TNT site. The sightings excuse me, culminated tragically on December 15th. Interesting that it's both the 15th. It was first seen a year before, November 15th. This culmination occurred on December 15th, 1967, when the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Ohio collapsed during rush hour, killing tragically 46 people. This disaster caused a faulty I-bar chain link, occurred just over a year after the initial reports, and led many to speculate that the Mothman was a prophetic warning. Keel, who was the researcher I just mentioned, and others noted that sightings tapered off abruptly after the collapse, as if the creature's, again quotations, mission was complete. The legend was further popularized by the 2002 film adaptation of Keel's book starring Richard Gere, which blended fact and fiction to emphasize the ominous aura. Today, Point Pleasant embraces the Mothman as a cultural icon with an annual festival since 2002, drawing thousands, a dedicated museum, and a 12-foot stainless steel statue, transforming a source of fear into a symbol of local pride and tourism. There's way more, but that's the main thing because I got a bunch of did you knows. And anything you want to add to that?
So I know that some of you are chatting amongst yourselves about the Mothman prophecies. So did anybody read the book as well? So I've read it a couple of times and circled, highlight, and wrote notes in it. And I think I have a different take now. Like, depending on where we're at on our journey, we have different experiences, right? So our opinions can change, or our thoughts or theories can change. And now, after talking to Azria Beckham, right? So Azria has been on the show a couple of times, and she's talking about the avian alien race. And I'm like, oh, so is there something to that with the high strangeness and UFO and orb sightings and all of that kind of stuff? Is there something?
I asked those questions in my research about other paranormal or cryptid phenomena. Now, okay, am I completely wrong about this? But I believe the avian race, and I'm sure we don't know all of them, are they not rumored to be the blue avian race? Would I be wrong with that they're blue colored?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll ask her tomorrow. I have a photo. I think they are blue.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's a cryptid, if it is a cryptid, where is it? And wasn't there a connection to like nuclear testing?
That's
or
what the TNT munition factory was. Yes, it was very close to it. So, and Kurt, I believe you are correct. I seen Kurt's comment here. And I think with some of the other things I came across, I did come across Chicago, because he's saying Heidi exactly from Virginia and Ohio. Then seemed like the next pop-up was Chicago. Well, that was reported, but haven't heard of too much in any other state in between. I'm positive, though, we had come across in our research when we were talking, there have been reports of something similar with other disaster sites of this being showing up.
Yeah, I thought so as well too. And the lady who was in the car, who is one of those couples, like, she's been interviewed so many times. Like, her story never wavers. The story just never wavers.
And I was born in 65, so I just turned 60. So she's had the story for a long time, 59 years.
And the fellow that runs the museum, he's done all kinds of interviews as well too, and those stories, the collection that he has of stories and people sharing. I don't know.
You know what's weird though? Like, when I've seen pictures of it, or supposedly even some footage or the reports that are written down, it doesn't have a head. Like, it just goes almost like a body, like to nothing, with these big red eyes.
Oh.
That's what it said. Describe. Like what?
Like a moth with a beak mouth.
But I guess moths kind of have it. Well, I think moths
It looks like one big worm shape.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go back I'll go back to the description again because it was
Did you find
interesting.
videos
We've got some videos, yeah. I
of
don't
Mothman?
pardon?
Of the Mothman?
Well, I don't know because you know what? The ones I was telling you I came across, like I could not come across I came across a couple that were like, you've got to be kidding me. They look like they were AI. Uh,
Right. Like, let's put Vaseline on the camera and
no, there's one in
film
the
something
daytime.
weird. Oh, they made AI ones.
There, no, it was supposed to be real. It was in South
Oh,
America. They were saying, I think it wasn't Mothman. I think they were trying to say it was the Jersey Devil. It was one or the other, and it was
the
on.
one
It
you
was
sent
based
me?
on. Pardon?
The one you sent me?
No, I didn't even download it because it was ridiculous. Because when I
Oh,
was watching it, it shows up on a steeple. I can probably grab it. It was on TikTok, and it's you can see it fairly clearly. But the way it's moving, there is no way that it had to be fake. It had to be like you could tell it was fake. Like it had
yeah.
to be AI.
Mount Pleasant has a statue of it as well too. Like they
Is that
created.
the picture you sent me, or was that of I think it was the Jersey Devil one, the statue picture, right?
Um,
You
I
this was the Jersey Devil, but there's a statue. Let me check my phone here because I think it's the same one, but it might be the Jersey Devil. Hang on. I saved it. I know I did. No, I did not. What a dingbat. I thought I
you
did.
know. So that's interesting. Moths are attracted to light bulbs. Maybe Mothman's attracted to headlights in cars. That's why a lot of sightings come from cars, and felt like they were getting swooped at, or street lights.
But 100 miles an hour? 100 miles an hour?
this,
Like what?
this is it. Just warning them to get out of the way. Like, you don't go, turn back.
Don't speed. I'm going to fly 100 miles an hour, but don't keep up with me.
Yeah. And so here's part of this. I'm okay about joking about it, right? And in respectfully joking about it.
Yeah.
But I had a weird experience with something alongside my car when I was near Sudbury, just before Sudbury, Ontario, driving home late at night from Guelph home to Sault Ste. Marie to visit family. So
You never told me this story. Now I got to hear.
so I'm very aware that what it feels like to say those sorts of things, that you have something beside you that's not real or doesn't feel real, but I don't know, it's real.
You're seeing it.
I'm seeing it.
You've seen things before you've told me about. One time you were in the parking garage, I remember. You've seen
Mm-hmm.
things show up. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this ran along the side of my car at the same speed, and it was going matching my speed on the passenger side of the vehicle, and it turned its head and was looking at me as it was running beside my car.
what did it look like? Oh my God, I am like fascinated and horrified.
So yeah, I get that you were joking, but there's also the seriousness of that stuff, like having something fly at you. Like, a lot of us have had owls fly at us as well too, like coming towards our windshields. Like, your instinct is to slam on the brakes, and I mean, the potential for an accident to happen that way too. So it looked like a massive white, like in Harry Potter, what the Patronuses look like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
deer, and but it was like this big, massive, like the size of my van,
Yeah.
running beside my vehicle, but it was white and almost see-through beside my van, and its head turned, and its eyes were glowy and
Mhm.
looking right at me.
But what did it like? Did it resemble any animal that you could compare it to, or
Like
just,
a deer.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you meant the deer. So it was like a deer.
Mhm.
Don't you think that's weird? Like, okay, so you've had that experience.
Yes.
No, but you
Because
had that.
it didn't look like it looked kind of transparent, but like, I don't know, that's the
Yeah,
best
but
way for me to describe it.
you've had that experience, and I've talked about the wolf-like thing that
Yeah,
I experienced. It
that was
had to
weird
be
too.
this like a minivan or like a small
Yeah,
bus,
weird.
and
Yeah,
glowing, like almost like shimmery diamond glowing, but you could
yeah,
see through it. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. And it turned its eyes. There are words to describe the color. This aqua, fiery,
yeah.
turquoisey color, like, and then we seen a black one. Dell did and called me. We saw it on the security camera. It was about a year or two after that, and it was walking in front of our house, almost the same size, but completely black, like shadow. Turned its eyes so you could tell they were like glowing, almost like looked like they. I mean, we couldn't see color on the security camera, but almost looked like a red, if you could
Right.
imagine. Mm-hmm.
And and so sharing is really hard because you know
Yeah.
that sharing anything high strangeness depending on, and then the stories go like it runs like wildfire. It's the telephone game, so it gets
Mm-hmm.
muddled up as the story speeds up and gets shared, right? Like
Has
it's hard to
anybody
share
in the
those stories.
Has anybody in the chat had any experience with something like that, like a Mothman, um, Jersey Devil,
High
something?
strangeness, yeah,
That's what I was going.
in the woods. So with Mothman, have there been reports? Because I didn't do research about. I mean, I've read Mothman prophecies, but I mean, I didn't do a lot of prep with Mothman. I kind of focused on Jersey Devil for
Okay.
this segment. Um, have there been more recent sightings? When was the last
Uh,
reported
let me see.
sighting with more than one person, maybe
I
validating that experience?
got to pull out. I was on TikTok thanking Michelle for everything she's doing. Let me reopen it because I did it on both of them. So back to this. They got the history of Jersey Devil, Mothman sightings. There's quite, it looks like right up until as of recent. It's a bit longer, but I can read some of it because they said the most famous one was in West Virginia, but they also say there were reports spanning from the 1950s to as recent as 2024.
Yeah. So, what is there information about the 2024 sighting?
um well, I can read this. I'll try and skim it so it's not too long. But so it went about the most famous was the one in Point Pleasant. But it also said the core of the wave of them was November 1966 to December 67, with over 100 documented witnesses and like police officers, people that would be considered an authority. Okay. They
Yeah.
said firefighters as well, grave diggers, and families all had the same exact description: 7 foot tall, winged, humanoid looking, with glowing red eyes that glided silently. The key locations were the abandoned TNT munitions plant, a former World War II site on the outskirts. There was a local road, a lot of people saw it on Route 62, and nearby the Ohio River. Then it says, this is interesting, the sightings abruptly ended after the Silver Bridge collapse on December 15th, 1967, and widely tied to it being a prophetic omen. Um, it says the Mothman, to get a little deeper into it, it says the Mothman was reportedly seen hovering over or near the bridge in the days leading up to the disaster caused by a structural failure. Early pre-1966 reports, like a 1957 sighting by an outdoorsman near the Kanawha River. Just forgive me if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And we got Miss Jackie Collins there. Oops, sorry. It doesn't
Hi,
want to.
Jackie.
Thank you. I was trying to highlight, it wouldn't let me highlight it. Okay, so post 67 sightings have been sporadic but persistent, with over 75 encounters compiled on modern maps up to 2024. They often occur in clusters and are linked to impending disasters or urban unrest. For instance, and this gets into what Kurt was sharing with us, in 2017 to 2019, over 50 reports emerged in Chicago, Illinois, far outside West Virginia, including near O'Hare Airport and industrial areas, where witnesses described a shadowy winged figure with glowing eyes. And the reason why I think they say humanoid, because it seems to have almost a human body with the wings and then
Yeah.
no head, right? Well, for people listening, I mean. So, anyways, it says where witnesses described a shadowy winged figure with glowing eyes coinciding with the 50th anniversary of the bridge collapse and speculated to predict local events like bridge inspections or social tensions. Other U.S. outliers include Gary, Indiana. In 2017, there was a blurry video of a large winged form near factories. I couldn't find the video. I'm sorry, guys. I did look for it. A sighting of, I'm sorry, and the Wisconsin-Illinois border in 2018 around a truck stop, sighting of a skinny winged man with red eyes. Now, these are the international claims. Internationally unverified claims include a 1986 black bird of Chernobyl, that's in quotations, in the Ukraine, a red eyed winged humanoid near the nuclear plant before the disaster, though some attribute this to movie fiction. This 19, oh, go ahead, sorry.
So there was reports for days leading up by people. So it was like not just like there was multiple sightings
Yeah.
leading up to it.
That's why I thought it was interesting because it sounded very similar, but they were
Yeah.
calling it the Blackbird of Chernobyl. And it was like it was an impending warning that they were going to have this nuclear meltdown. It also said, so some of this was attributed to movie fiction. 1990 reports near the Chernobyl site in Russia, 1976 to 78 sightings in Cornwall, England. And in brackets, it says an owl, quote unquote, monster with red eyes amid UFO activity. 2013 in Santiago, Chile. And it says a 2-meter winged figure over a park. In 2013 in Chihuahua, Mexico. It said a flying figure during a deadly monster truck event. So it sounds like if it was deadly, somebody lost their life. And this says a 2024 sighting in Kane County, Illinois, describes a dive bombing winged entity, marking one of the most recent. While some dismiss these as hoaxes, for example, try to say it was a helium balloon with lights, or misidentification, such as instead it might have been an owl or a heron. The pattern of pre-disaster appearances persists in the folklore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's such a similarity to aliens being near military bases and nuclear sites as well too.
Mm-hmm.
What if they're rogue aliens that are like
I asked that part of my research. Was it considered to be a dinosaur? Is it connected with any other kind of high strangeness or cryptid or creature or anything? Like I looked into all these for both of them because I'm thinking, like,
right, but I don't think that AI is going to know if it's a rogue alien who's not on board with the plan.
It
Like,
wasn't the way I asked the question, though. I sent to you the way I asked the question, then I dug deeper and deeper and deeper into it.
yeah,
So I know what you're saying, though. You can't just say, hey.
yeah. Like AI is not going to know what the aliens are up to.
No, I asked for reports
That
of
way. Yeah.
attributed when either one of these beings was around. Was there other reported activity of high strangeness? And I didn't use the
Yeah.
word high strangeness.
And so was there like some of them? And because there's no other sightings after, like there's not been other reports about this, like Blackbird of Chernobyl. There another one hasn't come around.
Because I went into what it was. I went down lower when I sent the questions to you that I asked. So the question I had asked, I got to find it.
Was there folks in the chat, maybe you guys know as well too, wasn't there some kind of, was it in China or Japan? I mean, I know that there's the tsunami stuff, but was there a potential meltdown as well too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was no reported sightings in that country?
Not that I saw, but I will tell you personally I wasn't in Japan, but when the tsunami hit in Japan, from a security camera. I think you've seen, I think you and I might have talked about this a couple of years ago, but there was something that came out of the ocean and climbed the building, was climbing up this before, oh, I'm getting goosebumps, before AI that we were aware of. And it kind of comes in and out of focus. I don't know what this thing was. It looked literally like a ghost almost, but in it, like what you would think a ghost with a sheet, but it kind of moved kind of like a kind
A
of,
titan.
yeah, but it like an eel almost, but it didn't look like an eel. You couldn't see wings, but it kind of just moved from one building to the other. Like it was the creepiest thing I have ever seen. Like right when
What?
the tsunami happened.
Do you watch the Godzilla movies? Any of them?
I've seen them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the titans, like the Mothra, she's beautiful, but like those,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's like some big titan.
But that's what made me think of it that I had seen, because I didn't come across anything. I didn't, you know what happens, right? We dig into these, like it's already 8:04, you guys, and we're just so Mothman.
Well, that's what I figured. We would kind of do Mothman, and then we can get into Jersey Devil.
I
And
have some did you knows on him because I know you've done the bulk of Jersey Devil, so you can, if you want, take, because I know
Patsy, I love Mothra too. I agree. I'm with you on Mothra.
I'll give you. Oh, I pulled my horns off when I was about to put my glasses on. Give me a sec. So I do have some did you knows. So the first sighting, it says, wasn't in Point Pleasant for Mothman, as I mentioned. The earliest report encounter predates the famous 1966 events by months. It says 2 grave diggers in Clendenin, please forgive me if I've mispronounced, in West Virginia, about 50 miles away, spotted a winged figure flying overhead while working in a cemetery on November 2nd, 1966, but dismissed it as a crane until later reports matched exactly what they had seen, both of them. So it inspired a real world curse theory. And then you get into the fact, I even looked at, did it show up? Is it because it was a tulpa or an egregore? Like I looked at all these things. So anyways, it says it inspired the curse theory, but it's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Because people attributed because they saw Mothman and there was a disaster, right? And then the legend grows. So what this says is some locals, this is the one I was telling you about, we were talking about before we went live. Some locals linked Mothman to the quote unquote cornstalk curse, a 1774 Native American hex on Point Pleasant. After a Shawnee chief's baby was killed there, they predicted misfortune until the area's destruction. The Silver Bridge collapse is seen by believers as fulfillment, with Mothman as the curse's messenger. Global sightings and a Russian connection. So, again, tied to West Virginia, there have been Mothman reports that have surfaced worldwide. And again, including a rare 1990s claim in Russia of a similar red-eyed winged humanoid near Chernobyl, speculated by fringe theorists as a radiation mutated entity or interdimensional traveler. Now, this was interesting for something that was that big and can fly that fast. No flapping wings, silent glide. Unlike birds, witnesses universally describe Mothman gliding effortlessly at high speeds, up to 100 miles per hour, without wing beats. Leading theories it was a mutated barn owl, sandhill crane, or even a military drone from the TNT site's Cold War experiments. Its red eyes possibly reflected from a large heron. There's 2 more. There's one in Chicago, and then there's a dog's mysterious disappearance. It says, in one chilling account, a Point Pleasant man named Newell Partridge's German Shepherd Bandit, try and say that 5 times quick, howled at the Mothman outside their home on November 16th, 1966, then vanished, never found, with Partridge claiming the creature's red eyes hypnotized or lured the dog away, tying into tales of animal mutilations during the flap. And I'd seen a little bit about both of these beings being tied to animal mutilations and stuff in some of the literature.
Really? I never heard of Mothman doing mutilations.
I hadn't either, but it was just a little sprinkling here and there. I didn't dig into it.
So the little sprinkling here and there. So Mort Ali, possible Kongomodo, prehistoric flying pterodactyl seen in Africa.
I looked into that too. Doesn't mean I found everything, guys. What were you going to ask, Kerrilynn?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, each generation may embellish or add their own take, or so where it consistently stays the same is interesting. The embellishments, you always kind of feel like maybe that's not so much, but everybody loves a good cryptid story and that high strangeness or the thrill of the possibility of it. And for those cities, it's tourism.
Exactly. Well, this is another one. I don't know if Chicago needed tourism, but again, Kurt was right about this. Chicago Winged Humanoids Revival. In 2017, over 50 sightings of flying humanoids with glowing eyes were reported in Chicago, dubbed Mothman-like by locals, coinciding with the 50th anniversary of the Silver Bridge collapse in West Virginia, and inspiring documentaries suggesting the cryptid migrates or appears before urban disasters.
Was there something that happened in Chicago?
I think I said it earlier, but again, it was the same information I came across. It wasn't that they had a disaster, but for some reason, over 50 people saw it in 2017, which was almost 50 years after the bridge collapse, but that was in West Virginia. So I didn't come across anything specific. If any of you in the chat have, because I know Kurt mentioned about Chicago, so please feel free to share.
Did you find a picture from the Chicago sightings? Was there a picture or a video?
I have a few videos, but it wasn't giving me a location. I'm still not convinced. I did not come across, to be very honest. I know that you have a story that somebody talked about, that I came across weird stuff that said it was Mothman or the Jersey Devil, but nothing concrete.
Yeah. And that's it. Like even with the Jersey Devil, there's so much speculation and the potential for it to be like hearing screams or sounds at night could really be anything depending.
I disregarded those ones. So there's one from a police camera. Again, it's something flying. Is it TikTok or is it Mothman? I can't say it is, but it's certainly weird.
Do you want to play it? Let's play one.
I have them ready. There's another one.
I know that we need to watch our time as well too, because we've got a couple of.
And we still gonna do Jersey Devil.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the Jersey Devil in a second, but I think.
I need this to stop playing here. I want to get the volume, so give me a sec, guys. I'm trying to find it. It's loading pretty slow. Come on, I know you're there. Okay, there we go. Oh, no. Go away. Oh, these people are following me on TikTok. It's like I don't need to be notified right now. Thank you very much. Give me a sec. Oh, stop. Thank you. I'm trying to get it to the beginning. It's not going to behave. Okay, so it's a little kid's voice. But apparently this video is taken off of a cop's camera. No, please go lay down. Now's not the time. It's taken off of a cop's security camera. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not saying this is Mothman because I don't know what it is, but it's weird. Okay, so I'll try and make it a bit bigger once I play it here. Let's see if I can get it to start the beginning.
This video was recorded outside of the police station. Is it real life proof of Mothman, the Jersey Devil, or some type of ghost?
I'll let it replay because you're going to watch it a few times. I don't see any glowing eyes, though.
If you like unexplained videos and horror, make sure to follow now.
I just want to see that damn video.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it'll replay in a minute. Okay, dude, we just want to see the video. Right? Okay, there you go. Now it's playing. Right? This is lagging for a second. Let me lag it. I don't know what this thing is, but it's fine. like I said, it looks like a bird when it goes by.
Oh, Carol. Yeah, it feels a little fake to me too, but I mean it's pretty interesting to chat about.
I was honest with you guys. I didn't find any. Tara says that's what my phone is doing. Like I told you, I didn't find anything that I was convinced that it looked real. I did find that weird video. I'm not calling it Mothman or Jersey Devil. It was weird, but I'm not even sure that it's not somebody's done some Photoshop or like we were talking, right? Like you said, almost looks like something.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Mhm. I'm sorry, but I just haven't. I've seen videos.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. It's good that you didn't, honestly. Like and to weed that out, but even that makes it an interesting conversation. That there's no real. There's verbal, so there's oral accounts of some sort
And
of
why
sighting.
isn't there video? Because in this day and age, or pictures,
right.
everybody has a phone.
So I don't feel that there's been sightings of Mothman that are more recent. And you can, so it's.
They said up to 2024 in here or around the world.
So then why didn't they get that?
Or Chicago, 2017. Well, that might be questionable. Maybe not everybody had a good phone, but why not?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would not call that thing I showed you guys Mothman. I don't know what the heck that was. To me, it almost looked like a bird, but was it? That's the stuff I kept running across. Or one guy had
the Jersey Devil. A lot of it's like that.
Well, there's one video the guy was way back, and there was some kind of weird screech in the background. He's going, "Can you see it? Can you see it? It's kind of to the left of the center. It's Mothman. Can you see it? Can you see it?" And he's going on and on. It's like, dude, either pull your camera in, even though you're far away. He's going, "How can you not see it?" I don't know if he was streaming live or something. I couldn't have seen that if I took my eyeballs out and had them there. I swear to God. So that's the kind of crap I ran across, and I tried a couple different different sources, and usually we can pull up some stuff, but no. So should we do our station ID? Do you want me to do it, and then we can get into the Jersey Devil? I have way more info, but like I said, I did both of them, and we need to give fair info about the Jersey Devil because it's fascinating.
It is.
If you guys are just tuning in, you are listening to Beneath the Hollow Moon on UFO Paranormal and United Public Radio Network. I'm one of your hosts, Lorilei Potvin, and this beautiful lady beside me, just love her to pieces, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, is joining me tonight. And tonight we're talking about the Jersey Devil and Mothman. You can listen to UFO Paranormal on 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and Mississippi in FM, and 107.7 FM in the beautiful city of New Orleans. And if you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends and family. There really is something for everybody on this network. It's not all just high strangeness and paranormal. We have several shows daily that stream with multiple hosts 7 days a week live. And then the archive server kicks into the past 25 plus years the network's been around. So we're streaming live all the time. You can also listen to us on www.uprntalkradio.com. Is the website done already, Kerrilynn? I know they're working on it.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, sometimes we hear, sometimes we don't, but we are revamping our website, and I believe there's going to be a chat in there as well. And I hear a merch store coming. So, and don't forget to hang with us after our show in an hour when it's done. Michelle DeRoche's on with the second night of the Outer Realm right up after us. Did I forget anything?
No, I think that Kat popped in though, and we missed it. I thought Kat was Paranormal Heart. So I think that Kat did pop in and say hello. So we just want to do that shout out for Kat Ward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our fellow host with UPRN. She has Paranormal Heart on Tuesdays, and Mort was so kind and gracious to both Lorilei and I, and got us our mugs.
Birthday mugs from Kat. I love that pen. You guys, I'm going to give her a plug for her merch because she sent little goodies from Mort to us.
I actually am using mine today, folks.
I love her pen. Like every pen I use, it seems like the ink runs out or something. that thing writes so incredible because I'm always writing. I'm putting together my course, and then I get together with ladies and we take notes and stuff. And it went through the rain, sitting outside, everything. So you guys check out her merch. It's amazing. Kat's amazing too. So check out her podcast as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna pull a picture up because this is part of what I found interesting about Mothman and the Jersey Devil. Is
I'm so proud of you that you're going to do this. You're going to pull it up.
We'll see if it works.
I'm going to sit patiently, and if you need help, I'll help. But I'm proud of you.
Well, there's a couple of things I have ready, actually. So let's just do this for a second.
I know you can do it. I've seen you do it, and I'm proud of you. Or I'll help you if you need it. And Patsy added, "Nah, that's fake." That's what we like when you say stuff like that. We don't like to tell you guys what to believe. We love to hear what you guys think.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to talk or not. I don't want to distract you.
So we are going to talk about the history.
Mm-hmm. I have that too, but though I see it.
So this is what I find interesting. So this is a T-shirt. So the PinelandsAlliance.org. PinelandsAlliance.org. So they have embraced the Jersey Devil. They've made it their logo.
I love that shirt.
They do all kinds of interesting stuff, and they just embrace the Jersey Devil, and they use it to their benefit in the protection of that land. So like a nature preserve. So the Pinelands Reserve itself and the land. So they've adopted this. So I'll read you. I just wanted to put it up because the appearance of it varies depending on different reports where
because that's a cute one. Like you sent me some other pictures of a statue and the original drawing. That's how
that's right. I did send you that picture of the statue. So that statue is inside of the nature center, their resource center on the Pinelands place. If you go to pinelandsalliance.org, you'll see the different variations where it's got more of a goat head, more of a horse head, just the different variations. So, but always with the hoofs, right? Hooves.
I like the original drawing.
Leather wings, horns, forked tail.
It came up right away. I must have looked at it on the computer.
Do you have? Yeah, you could call it up if you want.
You want me to pull it up? Okay, I'll pull it up. Do you want me to pull your guys down? Okay, Carol, I'll pull it up for you guys because there's an original drawing that you sent me to that was really cool, and I think I always picture the Jersey Devil looking like that. Okay, so that's the statue. If you want to talk about that, do you want me to pull up the drawing too that you sent me? Because that was really, really like that one was cute on the T-shirt. I loved it. But it didn't look so cute in the first drawing. Yeah,
I'll start reading. I'll read the story, the origin story, while you bring up the photo. So I'm just going to read from the pinelandsalliance.org site. The most widely held belief about the origin of the Jersey Devil is that Mrs. Leeds, a resident of Estelville, was distraught when she learned she was expecting for the 13th time. Who wouldn't be? In disgust, she cried out, "Let it be the devil." The story continues that the child arrived and it was a baby devil. The creature then gave a screech, unfolded its wings, and flew out the window into the adjacent swamp. So countless stories have circulated describing the devil's escapades, raiding chicken coops and farms, destroying crops and killing animals. Right. His presence has been seen and felt by many in at least 50 different towns when he emerges from his natural lair in the Pinelands and wanders throughout the southern New Jersey, sometimes intriguing, sometimes terrorizing the residents. Posses folks. Posses were constantly formed to apprehend the devil, but to no avail. And at one point, as much as $100,000 was offered for the capture of the Jersey Devil, dead or alive. Several reports of the Jersey Devil's death also proved to be inconclusive, and even the scientific community cannot explain its existence. So the reportings have started like back in the 1700s. So 1735, so Mother Leeds gives that birth. And I mean, honestly, when I was pregnant the first time with my oldest son, I used to call him a parasite all the time. I know it's awful.
Did you?
Oh my gosh, yes. I was so sick. I was in and out of the hospital on IVs because I was dehydrated. Then I got edema for the last 3 months and was bedridden, like just everything. And so that's, I mean, so imagine you saying that out loud because you're exhausted because you've got 12 children and now you're about to have your 13th. Let it be the devil. And then out it comes.
My grandmother was pregnant, good French Canadian Roman Catholic family, every year for 25 years and had 17 children. Reminds me of that movie,
Our families.
The Meaning of Life, that movie by Monty Python, when it goes, Deirdre, would you be a dare and grab the baby as she gives birth to the umpteenth child? So you can see why she'd say that. If you've ever been pregnant and had a difficult pregnancy, I had icky pregnancies, both of them too. Bed rest from the beginning, sicker than a dog. I could see you saying that. Yeah.
So what was interesting is like they were real people. Right. So there is documentation about this family. There is documentation of 12 pregnancies. There's documentation about them. There's no documentation about a 13th birth. But in that time period, they would not record stillbirths or
if the baby had a deformity, there was reports always of locking that baby up. The public didn't know about it. You didn't hear about it, sight unseen. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, so in 1735 and the religious factors and all of that. So if it was a baby that was formed with deformities, so like the Quaker beliefs, and with the Leeds family, there was someone that was into like astrology. There was a male figure that was into like astrology. So they were kind of like they didn't conform.
I got the husband. Mine came up as the husband, Daniel Leeds, and he was accused of witchcraft and devil worship.
Yeah. So he was not conforming to the Quaker belief system.
Did you come across Napoleon Bonaparte's brother that's involved in this story?
No. Oh, wait, maybe I did.
I'm sure
you did. Joseph Bonaparte?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1820, Bordentown, New Jersey, Joseph Bonaparte reportedly saw a flying creature in the woods while hunting.
And he shot at it.
Yeah. Yeah. 1840 to 1841, South New Jersey, reports of livestock killings, strange tracks, screams, a lot of screams, like people still reporting being out and hearing those screeches and screams, and that it's long. And the one report was that it was in intervals of every 10 minutes through most of the night. So, I mean, screech owls have a weird
Well, if you're out in the woods in the middle of BF nowhere, I am telling you, the noises you hear at night are horrifying. And it's just animals. Were you the one that told? No, maybe that was last week with the seventh son of the seventh day of the seventh, whatever. Because I was thinking, did it occur on a special day? And I didn't come across that in the research.
No, but the reports, like in 1909, it said it was a phenomenal week of many reported sightings. But the 1909 sightings were later admitted as being hoaxes, and by that time, like all of the penny newspapers, like it was a way of income right? So they were using it to their benefit. But in 1938, the Jersey Devil was officially designated by New Jersey as the state demon.
Plus, they have a team, an NHL team, the New Jersey Devils. Yeah.
Like
The state demon. Who has a state or province or anything demon? But I guess they do.
So in 1927 in Salem, New Jersey, a cab driver allegedly attacked by a creature that landed on his car roof and shook it.
Ooh, that's
1950, Gibbstown, New Jersey, and Greenwich Township residents claiming to see the creature and tracks. Mays Landing, 1960, South Jersey, merchants offered a large reward due to reports of horrific screams heard at night. 1972, Green Tree Road, South Jersey, Mary Ritzer Christensen saw a goat-like creature crossing the road at night, and it stood taller than a man with a huge woolly head. Little Egg Harbor. Oh my God, how cute does that sound?
It does.
South Jersey, 2015, David Black claimed to have snapped a photo and a video of a winged figure flying between trees, thought initially to be a llama. So I'm going to call that up for you guys, because I did find the ABC news interview that they did with David Black. And what they found interesting was 9 miles away, there was a second sighting and a second report. So there's 2 reports of the same, from the same day, of the same thing. It's crazy.
I don't know how the video didn't come up for me, because I looked at both of them when you sent me them and I opened them this morning. I came across that they said that this was even tied to a reproductive rights curse. I thought it was a bit of a silly fact, but they had that. They said too, I also came across did you know it can shapeshift and breathe fire? But I think it sounds more like people's storytelling, right? And the story growing and growing.
Believed to be caught on camera.
It was like seeing a minion from another realm.
New Jersey resident Dave Black claimed he captured this picture showing the Garden State's favorite
That's
scene
the one I've
after we were
seen.
This thing sprouted wings, then it was gone.
The myth of the devil dating back to 1735 in American folklore. The creature is said to be half human, half devil. Hundreds of believers claiming they've caught a glimpse of the dubious devil over the years.
My grandfather, he saw it in the 50s. It's no surprise to me that I've been visited.
But Black isn't the only person who says he saw the creature on Monday. Another person posting this video allegedly showing the winged creature flapping through the pine barrens less than 9 miles away from where Black says he saw it.
Wow.
There's some about it that didn't quite look like exactly what I saw.
But Black is sure his devil is the real deal.
I saw what I saw.
So it's a pretty interesting article when you go down through it.
I read both of them, and that video did not pop up for me. But what he said,
Seven Lucy Art live on a ranch
I've
in
seen
Victoria
that.
County.
I've
Say
seen
Sunday
what they
evening
have on
became
there. I've seen that before. That's a famous clip of that was the one I was kind of looking for. Thank goodness you found it. I'm so glad that you did.
Yeah, it makes you question, right?
And 9 miles away, another report. So it gives a lot more validity to it.
Yes. So there was a poll done in 2024, and 1 in 6 residents in New Jersey believe in the Jersey Devil.
Because did you come across this? It said it can shapeshift and breathe fire. So it said rare accounts claim the devil disguises itself as a human, and in brackets it says one 1909 witness saw a quote-unquote white cloud like steam before it revealed its form, or even a beautiful woman luring victims. Some versions say it breathes fire or poisons water sources, blending dragon myths with Pine Barrens ghost lore like the benevolent black doctor spirit.
So what I found was that they're saying most of the 1909 sightings and
Were
reportings
hoaxes.
were hoaxes. Yeah. So I don't know about that, but that guy's picture, guys, what did you think of that?
It's
What
amazing.
I did find, so there's other October 23rd, 2024, a man from Buena Vista Township claims seeing the Jersey Devil up in a tree as a child. So he came out and had an interview. A piece discusses a viral interview by Andrew Callahan that interviews a few people. So it's the Jersey Devil spotted in Buena. That video went viral. So that was October 2024.
Wow.
107.3 South Jersey Radio. So you guys can find that as well too. What else I find?
Wow.
So the night we saw the Jersey Devil, October 26, 2015, from so it's a local New Jersey edition through berkeleypatch.com, a first-person narrative from people traveling late at night through the Pine Barrens, seeing something in the woods, hearing noises, observing strange winged shaped. But it's that local story and history and draws you to it. And to me, there's so not that there's not meat to that story with Mothman, but to me, is there a little more alien connection to that potentially? And something more cryptid with this for sure that's still happening.
I agree, because that's what I looked into. I wanted to know, like, the questions I asked, the question I actually asked and sort of dug into, I got to find it for you here. It was also, what are they? Are they cryptids? Are they interdimensional, otherworldly, a science experiment gone wrong, tulpas or egregores? Of course, nothing concrete came through. It just sort of explored the legend and lore around them, because I even wanted to know, like, I've always referred to them as cryptids, but are they real cryptids?
I don't know. I don't think I want to stick that to the Mothman.
I know.
I don't feel I want to put it
So
there.
it feels more interdimensional, including with the fact of the way it appears, because it's humanoid looking.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say the Jersey Devil is dimensional.
Definitely. And that feels more cryptid like there's nothing that you, I guess, from far away, if you didn't have your glasses on and Vaseline on your camera lens, it might look more like a human, but still humans don't fly, right? Like that seems to me. Well, let's ask the audience.
I feel less scared. I would feel less scared to have Mothman showed up, better grab some extra water at the store, gas the car, make sure I've got some cash in my pocket.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think? They're both cryptids? Do you think they could be otherworldly? Do you think they're interdimensional? I'd love to know what people think. What do you?
There is a podcast called Prairie Land Paranormal Podcast, and they do have a segment called Barren Legends. So you guys can find them, give them like, subscribe, take a listen to their stuff as well too.
That's so
you can deep dive into it a little bit more. We're just initiating the conversation and having our own thoughts. Not that, I am no expert on any of that. I just find it all super fascinating. But Jersey Devil is something that I wouldn't want to run into or go camping if I was hearing that. So, I don't know. If I was hearing that screeching coming in intervals, because there was one report where they heard it at like every 10 minutes, that would make me feel potentially that it is a screech owl or something like that. Like,
owls are associated with off-world beings, and especially UFOs, or new term UAPs, right? There's Mike Cleland, who's really looked into that theory. So I don't know.
But are there reports of cryptids that just keep at you all night long? Like, I hear stories where it's super intense for a short period of time and then they take off.
I've heard that all night long.
Really,
Yeah.
Interesting.
But again, are they stories? Like, I know we've had the
Yeah.
discussions in our house where there's people that are claiming that all Bigfoot are horrible. They're, and I'm not saying that, nor do I believe this, just to preface it, that there have been people that live out in the woods. Mainly there was a story, I believe, out in the United States, out in, I want to say Arkansas, in that area. Please forgive me if I got the wrong state. But their house, and they said they documented the damage, and the Bigfoot were basically murderous, but they were blonde kind of colored, and they were screaming all night long. And I've heard that from other people, like if they kind of live in the area. But the whole thing was, and my partner Del does think pretty logically, and I had to give it to him. If you knew that you were having Bigfoot doing this to you supposedly every single night, why would you not film it? Why would you not film it? Why would you not put cameras up? Why would you do whatever?
Well, this is it. Like, if it happened all night long in the year that one report was, at some point recording it to like understand it. So this is where belief system, oral stories, listening to it, so then you have it in you, that you have this belief system because it's been around forever. Your mom, your grandparents, like everyone's believed in it. But then when you are having those sensory things, like you're out at night, so the lights and the like lack of light and shadows, and hearing things at nighttime, it changes your perspectives, but it will kick in your belief system as well too, right? Like, it's got to be this because I believe, because I've heard this story for so long, and my parents have it as well too. It kind of kicks your rational left brain thinking to the curb, and the other stuff kicks in.
Here.
Yeah.
But I would film it. Like, I have caught so many. I'm not saying they're UFOs. I'm not saying they're anything. It's just something weird that's up in the sky. I usually just say the date and the time, and I just film it.
Yeah.
I just film it because it's unusual. To me, it's not something I see every night, nor should it be moving around the sky or erratically, for example. So say I did live out at the camp. Dell's family has a camp out of the city. It's beautiful. It's like a home. So say I lived out there, you better be darn sure if I was hearing weird stuff like that or seeing, I would be filming it. Actually, now that I think of it, I just realized something. I think my partner put up a trail cam because there was some rash of crime out that way. I'm going to have to ask him. I wonder if he's checked it because it only records when there's movement. Imagine maybe what he might have caught on there when there's nobody out there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We could do a whole segment just on trail cam photos, which would be fun.
I have a whole list for you already. I've been thinking of stuff. When you brought up waterfalls, I wrote that one down. And I bet y'all are thinking, waterfalls? What's cryptid and creepy about that? Well, just wait.
Yes. But for the New Jersey Devil, like it's part of their identity and their culture.
They
like,
got a hockey team named after the state devil or demon.
Devil.
Yeah.
Their state demon. That is so crazy.
I just, and I never came, because I was even thinking, like Mort had mentioned about, it being maybe possibly a type of dinosaur. I even looked into that, and there's nothing that in my research that I did, I just didn't
with
use.
Mothman.
How about you for either one of them? Because I did both of them. Because when we connected and you said, I'm doing Jersey Devil, I'd already done both of them. So I just dug deeper into Mothman afterwards. But I wanted to know, right?
So the belief in the Jersey Devil is quite real and based on records of concrete occurrences. Reliable people, including police, government officials, businessmen, and many others so integrity is beyond question, have witnessed the devil's activities. To this day, people traveling down the Garden State Parkway or the Atlantic City Expressway reported sightings of something or tell stories of strange occurrences. Many continue to believe that the legendary being is still around, disturbing the region, and will continue to do so for generations to come. So is it one being? Is it a group of beings?
Has it hurt anybody that you saw in your reports? Because I
No.
didn't see anything that it hurt anybody.
But animals, like livestock,
animals.
reports of livestock.
It's got to eat something, I guess. It's terrible to say, but I don't know.
But they created this, which was super fun, I thought. When you go on that website, so they created a play. Like
no way. That would be so much fun to go watch, don't you think?
They created this really neat play. So not about the origin story. It's but they have a play. They sell these T-shirts.
Sign me up. If there was one here, I would be going to see it.
So Jersey Devil and Daisy Dirt, a Garden State Gothic alternative folk event. That's what the name of the play was. So it looked pretty fun, and the pictures look really great. But it's pinelandsalliance.org, folks, and you can check out more there.
That's so cool. We had a couple of videos and stuff to play those now, or do you?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to play that weirdo video before I do? Do you think we have time? It's only 3 minutes. I don't know what this thing is, folks. I don't even know if it's real, but it was certainly creepy.
Yeah, totally up to you. We have to be mindful. Like videos are pretty short, though.
We'll play what we planned, and if we have time at the end. How about that?
Yeah.
Let me find them. Okay, I think I do.
So if you have a high strangeness story, something unexplainable, a ghost story, something that you don't mind submitting and sharing, we would love to hear your story. We'd love to hear your cryptid encounter, ghost encounter, high strangeness, unexplainable, whatever you got from a time when you were a kid to even now. So you can send it to kerrilynnsporch, KERRILYNN, kerrilynnsporch @gmail.com. And we would love to share your story, video, whatever you've got. And we can do it anonymously as well, too, if you are not wanting us to share your name.
And it doesn't have to relate to what we're talking about. So do you want to preface this a little bit? Because you got sent these.
Oh. I'm not sure which one this is. Is
you
Michelle
from Michelle? Is it Michelle Wilfong?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Michelle Wilfong. I didn't call up the information to say
we'll just watch. Okay.
Yeah. There was 2. But
I got the other one.
She was open to the interpretations.
That is weird. Like you can see, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's almost like an energy or vapor trail behind it. I don't know what that is.
There is something behind it. That's what's weird. The trail behind it.
Mm-hmm. There's a trail, and I'll pull up the other one, guys. Give me 1 second here, because I lost my candle. Oh, there it is. It's somewhere around here. Give me a sec. Hang on. I gotta make it smaller. Give me 1 second here. Okay, that's the first one. I don't know what that is, Michelle, but that is certainly odd. Okay, here's the second one. This is a different time, you can tell. Okay, let me get the volume ready. Okay, volume's up. Good. Okay. It's both from a Ring camera, too, if you're listening. So share screen. Yes, share. Share. Okay, let me start playing. Oh my goodness. Well, that might be, it doesn't have a trail, that one. What did you think of the second one, Kerrilynn?
Okay, so I just wanted to call up the email from her. So
please go. Do you want me to take it off, or you want to?
Oh, no. We're good. Could you play it again for me, though?
It's still playing.
In her.
I just let it play over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's restarting now.
So in the one email, she thought, she said native Skyfish. Thank you. That's what I was looking up. I just wanted to make sure I did it right for you, Michelle.
There it is right there, whatever it is. Yeah.
And I had never heard of that before, so it's something for me to look up.
What's it called?
Possible native skyfish.
Oh, I've never heard of that either.
But the other one, when you said potentially a fairy, I mean, it kind of, that's where I would go with the first one.
Do you want me to replay the second one, or the first one I played? Do you want me to?
Sure.
Okay, I'll replay it here. Hang on.
Flat and rectangular.
Okay, I just gotta stop it.
It doesn't feel negative to me at all either.
No.
Either.
No, neither one feel negative. I never heard of the skyfish before. I'm looking that up for later. Okay, so I'm going to play this guy here. I'll make it a bit bigger so you all can see it, because now I know where it is. It's going to replay again. It almost looks like a spirit, this first one, when you see it up close, like on a big screen. Especially when it comes from the left.
Behind it that I find fascinating.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Bless you.
I'm going to potentially sneeze again. Oh. Yeah, it's got a trail behind it, so I don't know.
When it starts out from the left corner and the bottom, and I'm glad we replayed it. That was good that you suggested that. It almost looks like it's kind of like smoky, but there's like two legs almost coming off. And then as it goes, it morphs into something, but it leaves a trail behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Tara says, this is what makes me love technology.
Yes. And it does not feel negative to me at all. I don't pick up any of that.
Cool.
Do you know the history of the land as well too? Like what energy the land carries where you're living?
This is the weird thing. We might have time for it, but I'll upload it just in case. Just give me a sec here. I gotta wait for it to load. Anytime now. I don't know what this is. It's in Spanish. I can understand what it's saying, but I don't know what the heck this thing is. Do you want me to play it, or do you want me just to hang on to it?
Sure, we can. I mean, we're just sharing it because
it's weird.
It's weird, and it shows, and it showed up in in the research. It kind of
what was classified as I think Mothman, but I'm not calling this Mothman. I'm not calling it the Jersey Devil. I'm not even saying it's real, because to me, these people that are very frightened speaking in Spanish, I don't know if they're watching the video, commenting on it, because to me, because I think the way it was prefaced was these people were in their car and seen this and recorded it.
And have changed their voices. Like, that doesn't sound like they've altered the sound of the voice, because that doesn't sound real either.
I would not be hanging around if this was really going on. So we'll show you guys and see what y'all think. But it's weird. I always, unless I can obviously see it's really fake or picking up energetically that it is, I'm always hesitant not to say something like that, just because I know I've had people call me a fake in the years before with what we went through. And so maybe it's my own issues, but I don't like to do that. And I'm not saying
that would be triggering.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's weird. It's what it definitely does not feel like Mothman. And this is what it was classified as. So hang on. It's very far away at first.
And look at how many people have watched it.
Sorry?
Like, look at how many people have watched it. I said, look at how many people have watched it. Like, when you're looking at the numbers to their video on the side.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's far away at first, and then it gets closer. I'll try and blow it up for you too, because it's just weird.
Ahí lo tiene, Naomi.
Here, sorry.
Mira,
I'll make it smaller now because they blown it up.
mira. No mames, ve. ¿Ve eso? Mames, eso está bien cabrón.
No manches, pa. No, 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 no. Mira. Ay, Dios mío. Dios mío, Dios mío, Dios mío.
No te pases de lanza.
Mira. Oh, no, 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 no.
You don't see anything bad, but
Ay, Dios mío, ve. No manches, ve. Ay, Dios mío de mi vida.
like that's what I
No
couldn't
te
understand.
pases
The
de
arm.
lanza,
Talking
ve.
about that, right, Kerrilynn?
That's
The
the arm
arm?
part that I was like,
Yeah. Like I kept thinking, is
La
it a
bestia.
zombie or is it AI? What is it? I don't know.
¿Qué es esa madre?
So right there, the arm
Yeah.
kind of disappears into the
Mhm.
belly, so it looks.
It's
Yeah.
¿Qué está
weird.
haciendo Naomi?
There's not much else to see, so I won't.
Y que pasarle por encima, le pasaría por encima, pero está el señor ahí.
Señor.
So from what I picked up from the Spanish, what the woman's yelling, "Oh my God!" and then she's talking about the head, and he's going, but. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not calling it weird, but like you said, a lot of people have seen this video, and it kept coming up in my research, trying to. Oh yeah, Contessa would know. She said they're just freaking out, saying, "Oh my God, what is it?" Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It just, why does it keep coming up? It even came up on compilations that I looked at for Mothman. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
I'm going to call fake on it. The guy's arms, like, because that's what got me too. Like, what is it doing to it? Are you trying to change it? You're trying to make us think it is? What is it? Just weird, nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nonetheless.
it was weird.
Mhm.
What are we talking about next week?
Oh, jeepers. I wrote it down. Here, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Here, we got time. So, oh, did I just knock my drink over? Where'd it go?
It is wow, Heidi. It's
why you
weird.
showed it. Yes,
Yeah.
it's weird. Here, give
And
me a sec.
potentially real, not real.
We are talking about September 18th. Oh, good. I forgot we even did this. I put this on my list again today. So obviously we're meant to talk about it next week. They're talking about black-eyed kids and ghost children.
Contessa, that's what she was talking about. She was talking about my daughter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought she was saying mira, 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 like look. So, and Contessa would know because she would understand the language. So that's what I was picking up. But again, I used to speak Spanish, and it could be Portuguese. I imagine you would pick that up much better than me, Contessa. But I used to speak Spanish and French like English and read and write it. And as I've gotten older and no one to practice with, so I can usually pick up stuff or read and write it, but couldn't speak it probably. I guess if I was immersed in it for a couple days, maybe, but. Mm-hmm.
Who do you have coming on? Who do you have coming on Monday on Beneath? Or sorry,
I'm supposed to be having on a psychic detective that is supposed to be working with crimes and using their psychic abilities. Hopefully, they're coming on. I haven't talked to them in a while, and if not, because I always confirm the day of, and like I say, I'm booking so far in advance. You guys will just get to hang out with me. That's all. And I haven't done that a lot.
By the way, it sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. Who are you having on tomorrow?
So tomorrow is part 3 with Azria Beckham. So we'll get to wish her a happy birthday. Her birthday was or is today. So the part 3 with Azria Beckham and cosmic DNA and DNA frequencies from our cosmic family. So we're going to talk about our multi-dimensional guides and our multi-dimensional potential families and psychic abilities.
I love it.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be great. And you guys know we mentioned Michelle DeRoche is coming up with the second night of the Outer Realm right after this. So you know you want to stay tuned. I know one of you, if Heidi's still around here, I know she'll know who Michelle's guest is. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to check that, but you know it's going to be somebody incredible. It always is. Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to talking about black-eyed children.
I wrote it down again.
It scares me. They scare me a lot.
I have been fascinated with them. There's certain answers to questions I have never gotten. One is certain things, why 2030 has been picked as a date. The other one is what portals were opened by the previous Pope on Christmas Day, and black-eyed kids. Why do they always have to supposedly be invited in?
Crazy. Sir Brian Boyden tonight on the Outer Realm. I think it's a Bigfoot talk, isn't it?
Yay! Thank you, thank you. Oh, did I get the wrong one? I was highlighting it. Oh, both you, Michelle, and Heidi said it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Well,
Dr. Meldrum died today.
Who did?
Dr. Meldrum.
I don't know who that is, but that name sounds familiar.
Bigfoot community.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's crazy stuff going on. So, am I taking us out now?
If you could, please.
Okay, folks. So don't forget the Angel Rock Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow evening Spirit Switchboard at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you to Joe Montaldo, our network owner. Thank you to Michelle DeRoche, our network manager. And thank you for joining us on Beneath the Hollow Moon. So until next week, step back into the shadows, and whatever you do, don't follow the whispers.
We'll see you later, guys. Love y'all.
Good night.